Hey guys, Jason here with Why We Will Win This Week, and just want to reflect back on the 2 weeks that it's been since we just stomped University of Texas at El Paso. And look, I realize that they're not a Power 5 team. They've had a terrible record over the last 2 seasons, and everybody was saying, well, look, it was a great performance against a very suspect opponent, and I take all that and I understand it, but there are some really good things that I take out of that game too. Number one, I thought the players looked very comfortable in the new system. And if you think about it, they didn't have spring practice. And so for them to be able to only have a very limited amount of time with these new coordinators and this new system and to look as smooth and as sharp as they did, even against an inferior opponent, I thought it was just really good. I didn't see a lot of sloppy penalties going on. Some effort penalties, but not a lot of sloppy penalties. The one thing that did bother me about that outing, though, was the right side of the offensive line. I went back and watched that game a couple more times, and you can tell on the right side where Denzel Okafor is still trying to establish himself and Christian Jones is right next to him. They're not very good. And I've got some trepidation about how Texas Tech is going to take that information and use it. So just be on the lookout for that right side of the offensive line. Conversely, though, the left side looked really good and powerful and strong. And so I think tomorrow, what you're going to see is a running game that originates on the left side of the line. Now, we know Texas Tech is probably going to throw 50 times and they're going to go up and down the field. But I think as they get into the red zone, you're going to see it becomes a lot harder for them to make the scores. And so I predict a lot of yards, but not as many scores for Texas Tech. The defensive line, I predict a big day for Keondre Coburn and Moro Ojomo. Those are two of the big reasons why we will win this week. But your final, Texas 45, Texas Tech 24. Hook 'em, y'all.